is the Investor Connect podcast program. This is Hall T. Martin. I'm the host of the show, in which we interview angel investors, venture capital, private equity, family offices, and many other investor groups for startups and growth companies. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for joining us.
Hi there, everyone. Thank you for joining our investor education today. I'm Kat DeLillo here to co-host our event with our CEO, Hall Martin. Hall.
Thanks, Kat. I want to thank everybody for joining us today for another great presentation from our companies here at 10 Capital. We'll also have a session with about term sheets for education purposes as well. And throughout the day, we'll give you updates about what we're doing here in the market these days, and looking forward to your feedback as well. So for those who are not familiar, 10 Capital, we help startups and investors connect for funding. We run an investor relations program where people are coming together through mostly events, online, in-person, dinner events, and otherwise to connect with startups and investors. Let's go to the next slide. So at heart, we're taking growth companies that need more investors and we're putting them in front of other groups. These are angel groups, VC funds, high net worth individuals, and family offices, all accredited investors. And we're having them pitch, and we're going through the process of coaching a fundraise strategy and how to engage with the investor. One of the keys about startup funding is that you must build a relationship with the investor. And so you need to have several contacts and interaction points in order to do that. And that's what our program is designed to do. So at heart, we're doing the legwork, saving you time and money. This is our investor education session. The other events we have are on the screen there. One is the Family Office Roundtable. It's the third Tuesday of each month. These are topics relevant to family offices and what they are interested in. Also, we have the virtual quick pitch. This is for tech companies. They are pitching to a panel of investors and the investors in the audience. And it's mostly for AI-enabled companies these days. And last is Life Science Syndicate. This is for our life science companies, anything on the FDA path. We have medical device, biotherapeutics, and diagnostics. And so we run this every month as well. If you'd like to learn more about our events, go to 10capital.group and click on the events button. You can see what is coming up, and perhaps you can join us there. If you are a startup and you're looking to raise funding and want to be on the panel where these guys are today, please take a picture of that QR code and fill out the form. Send it to us and we'll have a discussion to see if this is a good fit to work together for you to come into our program. So we also have a chatbot. We're doing a lot of work in the AI space. We'll talk more about that later today. But one of the things we do is we run the Startup Funding Espresso. It's a micro blog post of 300 words. It takes about 1 minute to listen to it. The time it takes to drink an espresso, you can learn something about startup funding and investing. Let's learn more about how we call it AVA. Let's learn more about how AVA works.
Are you looking to transform your investment strategy with new cutting-edge AI? Let me introduce our newest addition to the 10 Capital team, Ava, your personal AI venture assistant.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Ava, your personal AI venture assistant. I'm your new best friend in the world of investing in startups, the 10 Capital AI chatbot. I'm here to make your journey through the startup ecosystem easier, faster, and a lot more fun. Need help finding your next big investment? Or maybe you're a founder looking for fundraising tips? I've got you covered. I pull all my knowledge from over 500 blogs, countless podcasts, and even some nifty calculators, like the How Fundable Is Your Startup tool, to give you the answers you need. So how do I work? Easy. You simply go to where I live on startupfundingespresso.com and look for me in the bottom right. As soon as I appear, go ahead and click on me to let me know you're here. And then there you go. All your questions answered at your fingertips. Whether you're into health tech, biotech, life sciences, or any of the other exciting fields out there, I'm equipped to help you navigate the trends, challenges, and opportunities in each one. Got a question? Just ask. And guess what? I even pull insights from the 10 Capital Network podcast on Investor Connect. It's packed with expert advice, success stories, and more, all designed to help you succeed in the venture capital world. So what are you waiting for? Let's chat. I'm here 24/7 to help you find the right answers, connect with great opportunities, and make the most out of your investments. See you on startupfundingespresso.com.
Great. We will have investors on the panel today, and let's introduce our first investor while this is still playing. It is Vadim Balashov of Viaduct Ventures. Vadim, can you tell us more about yourself and what your fund does?
I am a California Series A VC with a focus on artificial intelligence for business, B2B AI. Our average check size is $500,000 in Series A or right before. No, it's convertible into Series A right before Series A. I am based in Vienna, Austria, with a lot of flying to the United States. My partner is based in Menlo Park, California.
Great. Thanks for that. We also have with us Nola Masterson at Portfolio. Nola, thanks for joining us today. Can you tell us more about your fund?
Thanks a lot for inviting me, Hal. I appreciate being here. Our fund is a venture capital fund for women. We have about 90% women investors, or over 2,000. And we have 14 funds, and we have a direct investment vehicle also to go directly into some of the companies that we've already invested in. So we put $70 million into work in areas of underrepresented founders, as well as areas of women's health and active aging on longevity. But we also have a lot of food and ag tech and green and sustainability investments.
Thanks for joining us today, Nola. So for those who are not familiar with our program, each company gets 10 minutes to pitch and 5 minutes of Q&A. After that, we'll hear from our two panelists there. If you in the audience have questions, please put them in the chat box. We'll read them out and we'll go through there. At the end of the session today, we'll have breakout rooms where you can go in and talk to any of these individuals as well. And then we'll have a session on term sheets, just a short one, as well as some information about what 10 Capital is doing in the area of investing and AI work. With that, let's bring up our first presenter, Nathan Monti of Enamel Pure. Nathan, go ahead and share your slides and kick off when you're ready.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me today. Nathan Monti, co-founder and CEO of Enamel Pure. Enamel Pure is revolutionizing the preventive dentistry market, which is your hygienist. We're using a laser and imaging technology to change the clinical procedures as well as introduce diagnostic AI technology to preventive dentistry. Surprisingly, 160 million Americans get their teeth cleaned, fluoride treatments or whitening every year for a total of $16 billion spent yearly. And there's another $6 billion spent on clear aligners in America. There's a quick slide here. Everybody knows about teeth cleanings and everything, rinsing, bleeding, painful. And the diagnostics in preventive dentistry, they just look at your teeth, whatever they see, depending on the practitioner. There's no computerization or AI involved in any of the diagnostics in dentistry. So our proposed device that we've built 5 of is a laser housed with a camera. The laser is used to clean your teeth. The hygienist waves the handpiece over your teeth to remove all the plaque. The laser is also used to harden your teeth to replace the fluoride, the interoffice fluoride varnishes. And there's a whitening mouth guard that goes in after the procedures are done and the patient drives home with the mouth guard in their mouth and throws it away when they get home. There's also attached to the last knuckle on our beam delivery a camera. The laser bounces off the front of the mirror. The camera looks through the mirror, like in the top right-hand corner. So both the camera and the laser come out the handpiece at the same place, it's collinear. So as the hygienist cleans your teeth, we do a 3D image scan of your teeth and gums when you're all done. I'll explain that later. The device costs about $35,000. With accessories, it could be $37,000 or $38,000 to give you a feel for the price range of the device. Laser cleaning, it's faster, quieter, non-contact. It removes all the plaque, and it also kills the bacteria. None of the existing technologies or techniques kill any bacteria. Bacteria leads to gingivitis. The laser purification, it replaces fluorides 10 times harder. It's a complete coating over your teeth, and it's fabulous technology. And then the whitening is just a low-cost solution. The mouth guard is in the mouth while the patient drives home to make it simple and convenient. The AI side, the digital scan that we do, it's 2D and 3D, it's color, and it can be converted to a measurement file called an STL file to define clear aligners. So how it works is every time you're going to have your teeth cleaned in the future, you'll have an AI scan. So it's the most robust image data set ever in dentistry. Dentistry is ideal for AI because all the treatments are judged on how your teeth and gums look. So things like nobody has any idea what average gum recession is. Nobody has any idea what average enamel loss is. So by having a large volume of scans, you're able to start to define these diagnostics and do predictive diagnostics as people come back over time. After a year, you've had 2. After 2 years, you've had 4. And then the AI can tell you if your gums are receding too fast, your enamel's lost too fast, you have a cracked tooth, whatever it is. There's a list of about 14 different diagnoses that can happen, and it can happen very early in life, so you can avoid the difficulties later in life. So the product roadmap is, last year we finished the dental treatments with the laser. This year we're doing the camera and the AI. And next year we're implementing that. And then in 2027 and 2028, we'll reconcile our dental data set with medical records to see if we can get a link between, cavities or enamel erosion and heart valve problems or whatever it might be. Dentistry's old school, so the go-to-market strategy is straightforward. We use 3 distributors. We've already signed them up. It's Henry Schein, which is the largest distributor in the world, Benco, which is privately owned. It's the 3rd largest in America. And Medicend, they're a influencer type TikTok and Instagram distributor and innovator. So we attack the children's dentists, the pediatrics, as well as the high-tech dentists. We keep the sales and service in-house, but the sales and direct sales and service is done by the distributor. And then we have a contract manufacturer that manufactures the product and ships it directly to the dental office. So the next couple slides will go fairly quickly, but it's just to give you a feel of what we do and how we fit in. So we make the device and we make the camera. We do the mapping. We do the digital 3D image art for all 4 arches in your mouth. We do regulatory in-house and IP, but everything else we partner with the dental industry to make our entry into the market much more seamless. So the sales are done by distributors. The AI software is done by AI software companies. Clear aligner manufacturers done by existing manufacturers like Invisalign. And the way our system works in the office is we just have a Wi-Fi connection to the practice management system. The practice management system informs us if there's a new patient. We get the number from the practice management system for that patient. Once the patient's teeth are cleaned and hardened, we attach that number to the scan and we upload it to the practice management system. So we have no HIPAA requirements. We never know who the patient is. The practice management system has all the HIPAA requirements. It handles the interaction with the dentist, and it also handles the interaction with the AI processing, which is usually cloud-based. The reason for doing that, again, is just so we fit seamlessly into the dental office as well as the industry, so there's no hiccups in our product introduction. Product Resources in Newburyport, Mass. Is making the laser systems for us. We have no competition, only the existing mechanical tools. My business partner is a patent lawyer. We have 23 patents filed, 6 more in work, and we have 5 issued. So we make money by selling Loon laser systems. We make money by charging $2 for every cleaning. There's 160 million cleanings in America every year. We make money by charging a couple dollars for every purification. That's the hardening of the enamel. There's somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 million fluoride treatments a year that we'll overtake, and then the whitening mouth guard. We also, once the camera is implemented, we license the imaging and the measurement files to the AI as well as the clear aligner manufacturers, and we charge for that. So I'm on the left, Nathan Monti, nice to meet you. I founded a company called Light Laser. We sold that to Danaher Corporation. I founded a company called Convergent Dental, which is a dental laser for drilling cavities. That's in Waltham, Mass. They're at 25 million. Hopefully we'll have an exit next year, maybe the year after. Chuck Dresser is my business partner, again, patent lawyer, as well as an expert in laser medical devices, as well as imaging. He's done a few of these systems before for other industries like skin resurfacing. 23 patents filed. It says 4 allowed, but there was actually 1 more allowed last week. So we had FDA clearance in March of last year. We set up the international supply chain network over the summer. We did our first pilot manufacturing 2 weeks ago at Product Resources, and we did our first clinical cleaning in the office last Friday. and we hope to have sales in April of this year. So what we're asking for is a super seed. We have $150,000 left in that out of 1.5 million. And then in April, we are starting our Series A, which is an $8 million raise at a 32 million pre. That's after revenue has started. That's why the pre-money valuation goes up. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll take any questions that you have.
Great presentation, Nathan. If you have questions in the audience, please put it in the Q&A box or the chat box. Let's go to our panel. Let's go to Nola first. Nola, what's your first question for Nathan?
Nathan, congratulations on this achievement. I think the dental market is always open to advances in dentistry. But I like the product that you're doing. I can't get my arms around from the short presentation how you're going to get it into the dentist office. You're using distributors to sell.
That's correct. That's correct.
And
Sorry, go ahead. So dentistry's old school, about 95%, 95% of all dental offices. There's 200,000 in America, about 210,000 hygienists. They all buy from 3 distributors in America. We've signed up 2, the largest and the 3rd largest, and that's how we get into the dental offices. We also signed up, like I said, Medicine Partners. They're an influencer social network, TikTok, Instagrams. It's actually quite popular in dentistry. Dentistry's about half called traditional and half called progressive. The traditional tends to be the older dentists. The progressive is women and minorities. Almost half of the dentists in America now are women. Women dominate the dental schools. By 2030, women will be the majority by far of the dentists in America. And with that change in demographics, the whole approach to dentistry changes, and the Instagram and TikTok stuff's starting to work, and as well as the progressive side buys a lot more equipment to integrate into their offices for patient care.
you have a way for selling it so it's not a $35,000 check that they have to write?
Oh yeah, so most all dental offices have a dental office loan. They all pay a fee per month. So Bank of America dominates those loans. So they just put it on their existing lease for their equipment, for their chairs or their office or office renovations or whatever, Nola. But we can provide a lease agent if necessary. But a lot of dental offices, $35K, they do just write a check.
All right. Thanks, Nola. Vadim, what's your first question?
You mentioned monetization through charging for each whitening. Have you thought about just a SaaS model, just per device per month or per device per year? And which one would be an easier sell? Which one will lead to better scaling?
We've tried to fit in with the existing model in dentistry, which is capital equipment purchase on a lease, as mentioned in Nola, and then we charge per procedure. For the cleaning, it's a couple dollars. For the hardening, it might be $2 to $5. And then the whitening, we put a mouth guard in their mouth, and we charge for the mouth guard. So that's the traditional approach in dentistry. We could try a SaaS model, but again, that would be something very new to dentistry. Dentistry is still a little bit old school, so we haven't really approached it that way. We might change as we go, but we're pretty much trying to make the device seamless going into the dental market.
My question, Nathan, is what's the exit strategy here? What do you see as the end game?
So the dental industry, there's very little R&D for the big companies in dentistry. They always buy small startups that have a lot of R&D involved and have FDA approval, and then someone like Henry Schein or Bly, Ivoclar. So basically, they take the product and the company international. So they're looking to see that we have established the product as the standard of care, and then the M&A is typically a cash buyout. Henry Schein did a cash buyout last year for a French company for over $600 million. So there's a lot of money in dentistry. It's a big market. Hygiene, $16 billion just for the cleanings, fairly recession-proof. So a lot of the players are looking for growth, and they do their growth through acquisition, and they're looking for dependable recurring revenue. And that's why we have the charge per procedure as well as the charge for the scans.
Can you talk about your experience with exits in previous companies?
Yeah, sure. So we exited my first company, which was Light Laser. That was a laser system. I'm a laser guy. A laser system for marking Coke bottles and water bottles instead of ink. We built up the system, miniaturized it, made it smaller, and pioneered the application. And then VideoJet Technologies out of Chicago bought us. They're part of Jenner Corporation. And then I started Convergent Dental using the laser to drill cavities. The reason I pivoted to dentistry simply because there's very limited technology in dentistry, as Nola mentioned. And so you just don't get any competition. We have no direct competition. And then that went fairly well. Convergent Dental is at 25 million and looking to exit next year, the year after. So it's a pretty straightforward formula. I know how to get to all the players. I know the industry. So it's just very comfortable for me to start Enamel Pure on the hygiene side, on the preventive side. The dentist offices are usually restorative with the dentist, which is where my other product was. And then it's preventive and diagnostic with the hygienist.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Nathan. Great presentation. For those in the audience, we do have an all in-person event in Austin tomorrow. We'll be doing this all day at the Oracle facility. And we also will be on our way out to Dallas, Bay Area, LA, New York, and DC for the first half of this year. And we'll repeat that again the second half. So we do have in-person events. If you're in any of those cities, we'd love to have you come out and join us for those as well. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead and launch your slides and kick off when you're ready.
Investor Connect helps investors interested in startup funding. In this podcast series, experienced investors share their experience and advice. You can learn more at investorconnect.org. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.